Hey guys, Phil Ferret here, and welcome back to another episode of Kindred Spirits on the Roof. While everyone else tonight is playing Overwatch, and when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Here I am, playing a good old visual novel about girls making the kissy faces and the love making, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, yes, Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Let's go ahead and get back into it. We left off kind of in the middle of something, and so let's kind of get right back into the story. Then the only ones left are Sasa-chan and Umi-chan. I don't think these two have any particular problems right now. Yoka-chan and Aki-chan too. At this point, I don't feel like pointing out that it could be a problem that they're both girls anymore. I was really surprised when they told me about Yoka though. An old classmate I just met again, and it was really like reading her all over. I was surprised by how much she changed. She showed me her love rock lyrics or whatever, which were their own kind of unbelievable, and then later I learned that she's in love with another woman. All this has just kind of numbed me. Like, no problems? Nope. I don't see any problems. Right, we can worry about it when something happens with them. First, we should focus on finding out what's going on with Maki-san and Ahara-senpai, and then Surigumi-san. Operation Sparkling Sunshine. Right, that. I'll think of something for that assignment. Well, I suppose it all depends on leading them both to those locations. We'll tell you if Sona-chan and Kiri-san are nearby. Alright, good. I'm the one who has to do the work though. I might be able to stop Surigumi and wait for Sanao-sensei to pass by. I guess I won't know until I try it. I think we'll just have to get lucky when they're already nearby. My head feels hot just thinking about this. Actually, the sun's beating down pretty hard up here, and the temperature's pretty high too. I guess summer really has begun. Come to think of it, summer vacation is coming soon, isn't it? Yeah. And during summer vacation, you have a summer camp. There is something like that, isn't there? Summer camp. People will be talking about it in class pretty soon. Oh my gosh, the track. We have not been over here very often. The school has a building next to the auditorium called that. What does that say? Kumoikaru? A relic from the days when the school was a castle. The first floor has club rooms, and the second floor is a lodging house, though it's really just a bunch of small rooms when you get down to it. You can lodge there during summer vacation as long as you decide to. Even if you're not part of a club, it's a bit of a famous event at Shirojo. You can stay at the school like you're on a trip with your close friends. I didn't participate last year though. Well, will you participate in summer camp, Yuna-san? I wasn't planning to, but once summer vacation starts, I don't think I'll need to come to school until classes start again. The summer camp, huh? The broadcasting club trio might participate. Shirogumi-san and Sanao-sensei might with the math club too. Do you think I should? Well, if it's not too much trouble, would you? We'd be lonely if we couldn't see you during summer vacation. I wouldn't be lonely if I was Sachi-san. Were you just planning on staying home all summer vacation, Yuna? I wouldn't be inside the whole time, and I do have a life, you know. However, I think you have to apply in a group if you're going to be participating in the summer camp without a club. Oh, do you? Perhaps you should ask one of your friends, such as Ano-chan or Hina-chan. Hina will be going with the track team, and Ano is at a relative's house during the camp. She also seems to take part in isn't that some sort of like anime thing? I believe it is, like anime big event. Either event or convention that I would love to go to someday. But probably will never happen. She was saying something like, we're going on an expedition again this year. And you don't have any other friends. Oh, what do you care? Well, I could show up at school, at least. Maybe to bring Hina snacks during camp. That's about all I can think of right now, though. You don't need to trouble yourself for our sake. We would appreciate your visits, of course. Right, well, I might be able to stop by a few times. Don't forget to bring us some treats! Yeah. But you can't even eat them. What are you gonna do with my delicious treats? Doop, boo, doo, doo, doo. Summer lilies. So, what I'm saying, Yuri doesn't necessarily mean lesbians, you know? The classroom after school. There wasn't anything pressing I need to help with today. Maki-san and Ahara-san, are the same as usual. I go and check on them sometimes. They do seem a little distant lately, but I don't know why. I haven't been finding many opportunities to put our plan with Siguri-san into motion. Wait, am I still talking as Toomey? Since I have some time on my hands, I'm staying behind in the classroom to chat about trivial things with Ano. Or that's what I thought we were going to do. But why am I getting a lecture on Yuri from Ano right now? How did this happen? Weren't we talking about classes and whether we want to get together to study before finals? I think two close girls holding hands while walking together is splendid, Yuri, already. In my business, you see, there's a deep, dark river that runs between Yuri and lesbians. Of course, there are people who can cross over, too. How did that turn into this conversation? I can't remember anymore, and yeah, I don't really care. But what Ano's talking about right now, I'm a bit too involved lately to totally ignore. Of course, Yuri is fiction. It's fun because it's fiction. Actually, I'm having some non-fiction issues in that area. Well, it's just make-believe. You do that sometimes, right, Yuna? You don't think so? Uh-huh. Just think about it a little. Come on. Oh, like, who do you think is more your type? Me or Hina-chan? See. Oh no, you can't hide your feelings from us. You can't do it. Try thinking for a little. What? This is interesting now. I think Ano is adorable. I've just got to say it. Ano, all the way. Ano? Maybe? Oh, look at her face! Oh my gosh, she's so cute! I can't take it. She's just got the little eye tilt. Oh, what, me? No way! But why? Because I don't need to hold back with you at all. You think that's a matter of types and stuff? Well, I can say anything I want to you, right? Whatever's on my mind. Oh! Are you actually a Tachi type, Yuna? What's that supposed to mean? When you're talking about two girls, the Tachi is like the Semi, and the Neko is like the Uki. Semi-Uki? We're starting from there. The Semi is like the male role, and the Uki is like the female role. So, I'm the man in the relationship. Well, you're pretty cool, Yuna. I don't get this at all. We are getting... This is like... one of the only relationships I care about. We're gonna be with Yuna. Not Yuna. We're gonna be with Ano. It's gonna be a thing. It's totally gonna be a thing. And while Ano and I were having this incomprehensible conversation, the door to the classroom opened, and Miyama-san stuck her head in. Ano, you in here? Oh, it's Nina! I'm here, what's up? Hide me for a bit, would you? I'm in a bit of a pinch. What happened? Umi's after me. Ichiki-san? Ichiki-san is after Miyama-san? She's so annoying. I can't get any sleep. I can rest a little here. And sure, this seat here. Oh no, that's my seat. Oh, it's fine. Well, I don't mind, but sorry. Well, good night then. Miyama-san said, sitting down in my chair and laying her head down on my desk. With my seat taken, I moved over to the chair of the girl next to me, who had already gone home. Sorry, Toomey. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Umi's just... Miyama-san muttered quietly. Personally, I wish you'd pay a little bit more attention to Sasa. I was a little worried Ano might hear us, but she seemed to be rooting through her bag for something. So I've been trying to excuse myself a little more often. I see. On that rainy day in June, we tried to get Ichiki-san and Futona-san to go home together. That was when I realized that Miyama-san was aware of Futona-san's feelings too. She told me herself. That's probably why she was telling me this now. I don't know why, but Umi's suddenly really worked up about the three of us being together. She's been chasing me around. Because of that, I can't get any sleep. With a little sigh, Miyama-san slumped down onto the desk. It really looked like she was at her wit's ends like this. Well, she was using my chair, but that wasn't a big deal. The bell signaling campus-wide announcements rang as I considered my loss. Paging a student. I wonder what it's gonna be. Is that Ichiki-san's voice? Miyama Nina-san of second year, Class B. Miyama Nina-san of second grade, Class B. Please come to the broadcasting room immediately. One more time. Miyama Nina-san of Class B. Wow. She's using the broadcasting system now? The summons had been for Miyama-san, and I would guess no. I'm pretty sure it was Ichiki-san calling her. I was in agreement with Miyama-san. She's even using the broadcasting system to call her? Miyama-san, what are you going to do? This might mean she's pretty serious, huh? Well, she'd probably find me here. Guess I'll have no choice but to run. I see. Wow, Nina, you're like a wanted criminal. What did you do? I didn't do anything other than skip club activities. Actually, maybe she deserved being paged like that then. Well, sorry to bother you. Good luck! Miyama-san said, trotting out of the classroom. Nina's got it rough too, huh? Yeah. Are those three going to be okay? Ano is so cute. Ano is so freaking cute. How is Ano so adorable? Give me more Ano, please. I need more Ano in my life. That I really want to find out what happened with like Hahara. That's I don't know what happened there. For the last week or so, Sachi-san and Megumi have been taking turns checking out how Ahara-senpai and Maki-san are doing. Their observations revealed a few things. It seems something differently happened between them. Sachi-san had said that they'd stopped going to their hideout around the end of June, and they've apparently yet to go there once during July. Despite that, they're still working every day after school, doing the task to find their way to Ahara-senpai. But from what Sachi-san and Megumi have seen, they've been acting distant. Their conversations have lost the cheer they used to have. Maki-san in particular has gotten much quieter. According to them, Ahara-senpai isn't really the type to chat while she works, so they've been carrying on in silence. Though Maki-san's still doing her best to help Ahara-senpai with her work, that hasn't changed. They realized one other thing too. Even more work than usual is being left to Ahara-senpai lately. I also see the two of them a lot when I walk around the school. They're always occupied with one matter or another. They do seem busier lately, but they're doing chores and clearly just busy work, like taking out the trash from classrooms and collecting homework to be turned into the teachers. That must mean they're not just doing stuff for the beautification committee, though Ahara-senpai is always taking on that sort of work too, I think. It's been a while since Maki-san started to help her, but she seems to be getting better and better at it. They're able to get more work done now, and in turn more work is coming to them. It's a vicious cycle, I guess. That hasn't stopped them from taking and completing their work requests, though. Megumi said it was actually a little scary, since they do the work so quietly. I don't think they're avoiding their hideout just because they're busier now. It's like they're avoiding being alone together there. Neither of them ever suggest taking a break. Sachi-san had said. I don't think Maki-san's feelings for Ahara-senpai have changed, and I don't think Ahara-senpai hates Maki-san now or wants the situation to stay like this either. But something must have happened, something that created this distance between them. I read Maki-chan's heart a little, actually. She's hesitating about something. It came through very clearly that she isn't sure what to do. And somewhere deeper, she is feeling betrayed by Maki-chan. And Miki-chan hasn't understood her feelings. Despite this, she seems to be hoping for something from Maki-chan. All those aspects are intertwined together. So she doesn't know what to do right now. She's just wrapped in her own work. It would probably be fastest just to go and ask her about it directly, but I can't exactly do that, can I? We're barely acquainted. What should I do? There's one more piece of information I've gotten from watching Ahara-senpai and Maki-san. It was something I happened over here near a third year classroom while I was looking for the two of them. What? No, this stuff is so boring. Let's get Ahara to do it like always. She'll be happy to do it. Those words, I hadn't intended to hear them, but the moment I did, I felt a stab of pain in my heart. Do you need any help? I couldn't help asking her. Ahara-senpai, when I found her in the inter-building classroom after school. Ahara-senpai's alone today. Megumi told me that Maki-san had gone home earlier. It's not clear why. Did she leave something else to take care of? Senpai was in the middle of some work she'd gotten from someone, like always. She has piles of printouts stacked on her desk and seems to be taking one sheet from the pile and stapling them together. I assume a teacher asked her to do this. Sataki-sensei, the social justice studies teacher, asked her. They're handouts for her class. Oh, Sachi-san's here. That information is helpful though, since it seems like Ahara-senpai was surprised that I suddenly called out to her like that. It's been so long, guys. I'm not really quite sure. I had a pretty, blasé voice for her, but it's probably not going to be the same. It's been so long since I voiced her. My name is Tumi. I'm a second year. Sataki-sensei asked me to help you out. Is that right? It's alright, though. I'll be done with this in no time. It really doesn't look like that to me. Oh, don't worry about it. I wasn't doing anything. It'll be quicker if we do it together. Oh, really? In that case, could you help me for a bit? Of course. From what I could tell, she was assembling 10 sheets in order and stapling them. Nothing complicated. I imagined the task in my head and asked myself if there was a way I could do it more efficiently. Should we start putting them all together first? Yeah, that sounds good. Then let's stack them in order on the desks. Alright. I was confident nobody was using the classroom, so we spread the papers out on every desk instead. This is for the first year class, isn't it? It seems like it. Ahara-senpai's a third year, and I'm a second year. We were both putting those printouts for the class that had nothing to do with us. I picked up the sheets from the stack and lined them up, put them together, and stacked them alternating vertically and horizontal so they wouldn't get mixed together. We silently went down the row of papers on the desk. How many staplers do we have? Only one. Then want to start stapling them, Senpai? I can finish the rest of the stacking. Sure. We returned to silence. Only the sound of Ahara-senpai's snapping was through the quiet. But we were able to work faster for all the chatting we weren't doing. The pile of compiled bundles grew higher and higher. There might have been 3 whole classes worth. It looked like there had been more than 100 handouts in all. It didn't take an hour. We worked, barely speaking, until the printouts were done. This is all of them. Yeah, that looks like it. There were a few pages left over, but I'd guess that's just because there were uneven amounts of them that had been printed. Ahara-senpai thanked me as she collected the leftovers. Thank you, Tumi-san, right? That went pretty quickly. She looks so different. Her hair, I swear, is different than it used to be. No problem. This would have been a lot of work to do on your own, though. You might be right. I appreciate the help. Come to think of it, you've helped me once before, right, Tumi-san? Yes, it was last year, and you were helping me, Ahara-senpai. Was I? You were very efficient today, though, Tumi-san. That's why I remembered. Is that so? I honestly was surprised Ahara-senpai remembered that time, as well as me, too. We didn't talk much back then, either. And I'm not a famous person like Senpai or anything. I remember you too, Senpai. You were a lot of help back then, and... You're quite famous, Ahara-senpai. Oh, you think so? Yes, you're always doing stuff after school, right? I see you around campus a lot. Is that right? I'm a little embarrassed, Ahara-senpai said, smiling. It was a bit of a bitter smile, and seeing it seemed to prick and stab into my heart for some reason. We just need to bring these to Sataki-sensei, right? I'll take them over. I wanted to get away from Senpai as soon as I could. Oh, it's too much to carry on your own. It was a lot of work getting them all here. I'll help you. But I felt like I was going to say something if I stayed. Like I would have to say something. This isn't something you should have to do, is it, Ahara-senpai? Huh? Even I was surprised by the words coming from my mouth, and... These are for first-year classes, right? This has nothing to do with you, Senpai. I was regretting it somewhere in my head, thinking, I have to hurry and shut my mouth, but... This is just busy work, isn't it? Why? I knew I shouldn't, but... Why do you have to do this, Sensei? I couldn't stop myself. I'm sorry. Was it too much work helping me? No, not at all. I just want to know. Why do you do all this work for so many people every day, Senpai? I understand the work you do for the beautification committee, but you get all this work that has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with that being pushed onto you. Isn't it strange to you? Don't you ask yourself why it's you who has to do all these things? They're things you should be able to ask other people to help you with, or just do themselves. But everyone asks you to do it because you always agree. They rely on you. They push even simple things onto you. Don't you think you're just being used? Oh man, we went all out. I said it. I hadn't intended to say all that, and I hadn't wanted to either, but I couldn't stop myself once the words started flowing. I couldn't forget the words I'd heard from those girls, whose names and faces I didn't know, girls pushing work onto Senpai as a matter of convenience. Ahara-senpai didn't say anything. She simply made a troubled face, like she was trying to think of what to say. I'm sure Senpai understands all of this. It's not as if everyone's asking Senpai to do work just because they don't want to do it themselves. It's not as if everyone's pushing those tasks onto her. Those are the people who appreciate the help Senpai gives them and the work she does for them. I'm sure she saved a lot of people from real trouble. But I'm sure there are people taking advantage of her kindness. I think Senpai understands that, and that she's been taken advantage of, but because she accepts everything, people will push unnecessary work onto her. But isn't it hard for her? If she understands that, isn't it painful? The thing is... Senpai's voice was quiet. She sounded almost calm. I know that sort of thing does happen on occasion. She didn't rebuke me. I'm sure I don't want to be of help to the people or anything. That I don't want people to be upset if I turn them down. I don't want people to think of me as cold-hearted or anything. It's just that I don't want to betray people's expectations, I think I don't necessarily want to be praised by people for helping them. I just don't want them to think badly of me for turning them down. I think that's why I can't say no. Because of this, I feel like I shouldn't say something to the people who take advantage of me. Ahara-senpai's words pierced my heart, stinging even though I was the one who'd brought it up in the first place. Something else was bubbling up in me, and I was trying to push it down. This time, it was something I really couldn't say. I couldn't. I don't think what you're saying is wrong, Tumi-san, but I can't help accepting them. I can't turn them down. I think about it sometimes. Not what you said about why I'm the one doing all of this, but that I wish someone would understand why I accept these requests. I know it's a selfish thought, but I've wanted someone to ask me why. I don't want them to praise me or tell me that I was wrong, just... I want them to ask... I think that sometimes... But... I couldn't stop myself. I don't think Ahara-senpai wanted me to say it. I don't think she wanted me to say anything, but... I knew that, but... Then why won't... Then they won't understand what you're thinking if you don't say anything. And you won't understand what they're thinking either. If you don't say anything, if you don't tell them, nothing will change. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to be... I didn't want to be there anymore. I didn't want to be speaking to Ahara-senpai anymore. I was fed up with myself and it hurt. I picked up the stacks of printouts. It was heavy, really heavy, but I grit my teeth and lifted. I would handle it somehow. It's not going to be easier if you never say anything. I muttered and left the classroom, trying not to stagger under the weight of the printouts. I left Ahara-senpai there. Ooh, Tumi-san delivering the cold hard truth! Damn! Tumi-san! Doing work! Anyway, guys, that'll do it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you back on the prowl next time. Bye!